I wish I knew how to break the spell.
I'll take your hand, your hair.
I ought to say no, no, no.
Mind if I move in?
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my
I
pride?
really can't stay.
Baby, it's
Cold outside.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.
Uh-oh.
Santa's coming to town. Oh my
Santa.
God! Santa here? I know him. I know him. Okay.
What's up, familia?
Uh,
We are the Watchers, and we are here to review
Oh.
Elf.
Yay.
One of our favorite movies that became a cult classic. I am the zombie. Give it up for your favorite cousin Neo.
Hello.
Baby. And also give it up for the world-renowned Star Fox player. Give it up for Hitself, aka the Hitman.
Yay.
Hell yeah. What's up, my people? How you been?
Merry Kurisumasu.
Cousin Neo,
Jolly Jollies.
Charlie the Bollies. Cousin
We're
Neo,
ready.
really
You
quick.
know what? No more creepy creepies. No more of the heebies and the jeebies. It's all good vibes for the rest of the year. We're going to ride this out.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Christmas sleigh ride. We review all your favorite Christmas movies. We'll try to cram a little bit more in, but for now, last week we dropped the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get into this. What was your first impressions on the movie Elf? Starting with cousin.
First impressions? Like when we first saw it? Or.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was a long time ago, but I remember when I first, the beginning of it, it looked like those old-timey Christmas movies. I forgot the name. The ones that did like
Oh, yeah. Like the
Snowman.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yeah,
Reindeer,
they did a whole series of that.
the Abominable Snowman.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
They had the guy who voiced the snowman, and he, like,
Yeah.
he clearly drank and hit his wife and stuff. He was having a good time for that recording session.
I remember they're doing like the Lord of the Rings, the scaling, the size, because Buddy's so big and everybody's so small.
Right.
Oh, this is like Lord of the Rings. We did the same thing with the Hobbits.
I know. I was thinking the same thing too when I started dancing.
Yeah, but I really like the look of the North Pole and everything. I was like, this is cool. This is sweet. Yeah.
And they actually got a Santa look-alike.
Yeah, no, dude, they have freaking veteran actors in this movie. Ed Eisner, James
Yeah, that's freaking Ed.
Caan, Bob Newhart, his buddy's.
I was like, is that who that is? Freaking Ed Asner?
This movie is just filled with so much legends and talent. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But my overall impression of just watching the movie was a nice, it's fun. It's a feel-good movie, Movie that's
Yeah.
very rewatchable and
It
just
don't
feel good
drag.
watching it.
That's the thing. It's no
Yeah,
drag.
don't drag.
No
It's
dragging on the
it's
ball.
timeless.
Yeah, he never
a timeless
dresses as a girl. At all. He wears tights, yes, but like,
How about you, Hitman? What's your first
all right. First time I saw
impression
it,
of the movie?
it was December 8th, 2022.
Oh,
How is this possible? I don't know. My go-to holiday Christmas movies, freaking Jingle All the Way, Bad Santa, and then whatever the hell else is on TV. At
Fucking
one
Krampus?
point, that was probably Elf. I feel like I've seen segments of it.
Yeah.
This is my first time sitting down and watching the whole dang thing.
Oh wow.
I had high
Wait,
hopes.
oh, this was your first time watching it?
Yeah, like genuinely.
You're actually sitting down and watching it.
Yeah, like as a kid, like you just had shit on the TV and you're like, all right, like
You're too busy going in and here, in and out.
busy kidding. And like, yeah, so like it would pop on, and I'd be like, oh, cool, that was funny. But no, like I don't think I ever cohesively watched the whole thing. So I had high hopes because everyone was like, oh, this is like the definitive, and then you see all of the quotes and everything else, and I'm like, yeah, like I get it, it's fun. Misanthropic adventures, like he's an out of place hero, relatable. So yeah, I knew what I was getting into, and I was not disappointed.
So it's funny how, I mean, I love the way it starts. You know, it's like a traditional kids book. You know, with Papa Elf. You know, it's like, oh, I know you're here for the story. Let's begin. And then it shows like the recap of Santa doing his Christmas drops, and we see a little baby and where it went, orphanage, right? That's where the story begins. The baby sees a little teddy bear. He's like, ooh, what is this? And he just crawls into Santa's sack. Whoa. And then
it wasn't a church. It tracks.
Oh my goodness. And then after that, he goes back, and I guess Papa Elf's like, he said I was too much of a hard worker that I didn't have time to have kids. So I decided...
he sits on his lap.
I know. So we see a baby come out and pointing at his diaper, like, what's his name? He's like, his name is Buddy.
Mm-hmm. Let this be a lesson. If you want to remain named what you are, make sure to have your underwear tagged with your proper name on them.
They're gonna look at me like, your name is Haynes?
Yeah.
His name is Haynes.
My name is Stains. All right.
Ew.
TMI or just the right amount of
I
like the set design. Just like I said, the overall aesthetic of how it looks in the North Pole. It's very old school, but then it's cool. It's great. It's everything you think of, like a cartoony type of Christmas.
That he was specially talented, but it was nobody else.
Nobody could do.
He's different from everybody else. He was like awkwardly trying to fit in. And the workshop reminded me of my own workshop, so made me feel at home.
Obviously, he finds out he's not an elf; he's a human. He's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm a human, not an elf." And then after that, they tell him the truth that his dad lives in a magical place called New York. And then he goes on to his adventure. How you feel about it?
First time I went to New York, speaking of that magical place, I legitimately asked somebody where something was. And I was told, all right, here's what you're going to do. You're going to turn left. You're going to walk about 4 blocks. You're going to turn left again. And you're going to find somebody who cares and ask them.
Oh.
And I was like, why do I have to go that far? You sure there's nobody else around here? Okay. All right. Yeah. Welcome to New York, asshole.
Wow.
I'm walking it. And I was like, this is so authentic. I love it.
Did you tell him that?
Yes, I was like, oh, this is magical. It's just like Papa Santa said.
Yeah, remember he tells them the rules. Whenever you see candy, don't eat it. You know, it's not there for you.
By the way, when he gets to New York, he had walked 4,000 miles across a little bit of water to get there.
Yeah, man. Hardcore.
Oh, buddy, without eating any candy.
So he finally makes it to New York on this little globe. So yeah, he's funny. He's like, somebody must have sent you this Christmas telegraph. He's like, all right, get on with it. Get on with what? Like, aren't you supposed to sing or something? He's like, oh, okay, my dad's telling me to sing. I'm in this room. I am singing.
Everybody in the office was around him.
And he goes, somebody call security. I think it's a nut job. He's like, oh, yeah, good idea. Yeah, okay, buddy, that's great. Let's go. Like, but I'm your son. She's like, I don't care what you do. Just go back to work at, go back to work at Gimbals. And I guess
that was weird.
I know, right?
That's what James says before. That was weird.
And he goes, all right, you freak it out here after security tosses him out. And he goes, and then you see this big Macy's department store type of thing.
Wait, I think the bigger question is, what would you do if Buddy the Elf showed up and he was your kid?
Oh my god.
That's the real question. What do you do? Do you
First
call
up,
security?
I don't know. I'll still kick him out.
I would take it at face value. He's my kid. Somehow he's like my age. Let's go with it. Yeah, man. I'd be into it.
So he actually walks to this place called Gimbals and he goes inside. And then that's where, oh, would you like a passion fruit? They're like, we like passion fruit. He's like, yeah, I'll try it. Gets his perfume, he goes in his mouth, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's probably walking like, what the fuck is that? And then he walking around and just on his lingerie, and then that's where he sees the manager, I guess, for the elf section. I mean,
Perfect gift for that special someone.
he's looking at it. It's
Ooh,
like this lingerie thing with his little furry top.
this will make Daddy's tits pop. Right.
And then he goes, hey, you. He's like, what? Get over here. He's like, me? He's like, yeah, you.
Get back to work.
He's like, working your own time. I'm like, wouldn't you know that he's not your worker? Like, what? It's like, you never seen him before? I would assume, like, oh, okay, I guess I'm employed. When do I get paid? But I guess being like a humble kid, being sucked into what he knows, of course he agreed to come and chill.
Mhm.
So he walks in, he's like, all right, guys, we're having an announcement to make. What was the announcement again?
Santa will be here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
And then this is response.
Yeah,
I know him.
I know him.
So he goes ballistic when the manager announces that tomorrow we're gonna have Santa, and he goes, "Santa, I know him." Of course, somebody turns on the Christmas tree, and then the love interest appears. I gotta go home. He's like, "What do you mean, I gotta go home? Santa's gonna be here tomorrow. We got a lot to do."
Yeah.
So then we get a great remodel of the department store.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of snowflakes.
Again, great set design.
Yeah.
That was great.
I would have loved to have that here, man. Too bad I have too many Grinches.
I love that he tears up the pillows and like demolishes other stuff to make it happen.
My favorite part is when the store manager comes and the reaction on his face is like, "Oh my god, somebody's trying to take my job."
Yeah. Yeah, and then
Someone from corporate.
he talks to the new guy he's never seen before yesterday, and he's
I
like,
know.
best friends, like, all right, let's work together. You don't even know him.
He goes, if I go, you all go. He's like, oh.
He has a line in the movie, right? About the ribbons.
Oh, yeah.
Was it
6 feet.
6
inches.
inches or whatever?
inches.
Ribbons?
Really,
It's
6
impossible. It's like, not impossible. 6 inches. But before that happened, that's where Buddy sees her there he goes inside the shower where she's at. She's singing It's Cold Outside, and it's cold outside. And she opens the curtain, she's like, out now, what are you doing? He's like, he runs into the logger. Yeah. So eventually, he does the paternity test on him, and it turns out, Mari, you are the father. So after that, he takes Buddy home, and he's trying to introduce him to his wife. It's like, he thinks he's an elf.
It's his same mom from Step Brothers, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how many movies is she? Will Ferrell's mom.
Mary Steinberg, I believe.
She's trying to convince the mom. How could the mom be cool about it? Oh yeah, I had a was it unknown son, and now he's in our lives. You gotta be his mom type of thing. He's like, oh, great. Yeah, it'll be fun. Don't worry. And they open the door and there's a magical wonder place inside their apartment. She's like, what the heck? He's like, oh, do you have any syrup? And he's like, buddy, we're eating pancakes. Oh, it's okay. I have one right here. And then so he's eating that. And then, of course, they step outside and he's like, oh, okay, hold on. And he downs a 2-liter Coca-Cola. Branding, of course. I'm like, man, he must not have nostrils or gag reflex, because after you start drinking shotgunning a Coca-Cola, don't you get that little fuzzy burning sensation?
Nah, dude, I could pound a 2-liter. Yeah, I could do that easy.
You could do that?
Yeah, 100%. Were you at Zombie? Yeah.
I can't do that. I could do that with lemonade. Tried doing that with 7. I'm like,
Oh,
tried doing it earlier. That's how I was choking on it.
Oh, kids, we got a drinking game on this show.
Shotgunning a 7-Up or a Coca-Cola bottle.
Girl, we got to bring out Das Boot.
Don't worry, guys. Next week we'll do that shotgunning a squirt or whatever challenge.
Gallon of milk. All right.
Ah. And he goes, Dad. I'm like, yes. Like, can you snuggle with me? He's like, no. He's like, can you at least tuck me in? So, like, fine. He's like, help me go to sleep. And then he's trying to pull him in. He's like, take a fight. Take a fight.
Yeah, do that with everybody. Take a fight.
Yeah.
He's just,
Stop it. It's inappropriate. Oh, no, it's not. Take a fight.
It's a procedure. Go to bed 30 minutes early to squeeze in tickle fights.
Haven't done that in a while. A tickle fight.
I wonder if that was scripted. Or if that was James Caan is like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah, like one of those like
Walter has to come up with a brand new book because something happened with page 2 that people didn't like. So he has to come. So he has to come up with a new book idea by the 23rd, and he's like, "What are we gonna do?" He's like, "We gotta bring in this Michael Finch."
Lannister. He drinks and he knows things.
We're to bring out Michael Finch into this to help us out. He's like, all right, and then they call him, and then he's like, all right, set up the appointment. I want my car at 71 degrees, not cooler, no hotter. And then, but yeah, because Buddy goes to work with his dad, and then the dad sends him to the mail room, just like in Men in Black, without the beatboxing.
Mm-hmm.
Typical movie. You go start at the mail room and then you work yourself up, type of thing. And then when they're in the meeting with Michael Finch, he goes, "Sir, we have a problem in the mail room." And he's like, "Get off the line, man." Finch is like, "Hello, don't put me on hold. Don't put me on hold, son." And then he's about to put him on hold. But like, all right. And then he's like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. So they booked the appointment with Michael Finch. And then you see Buddy over there doing the Titanic dance, probably.
The table dance.
The table dancing, and people were throwing dollar bills at him.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Finch came, and then and that's when Buddy came in. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you have elves working for you." And then that's where the Lannister guy gets mad.
Say up for good. And he says it again like multiple times. How many times? Say what again?
You're an angry elf.
I look like an elf to you. It must be one of those self-full elves. And then he like BDSMs him, and then he shoots him with a crossbow.
So that fool runs at him, does a drop kick, flips him to the table. He's like, "I'm out of here." And that's when, of course, Walter gets mad at him, like, "I want you to get out of my life. I want you to get out of here. Where do you want me to go? I don't give a damn. Get out."
Aww.
So Buddy, as soon as he went down the elevator, he's already back on wearing his tights and his elf costume.
Relatable. Oh.
So he's wearing those. He's walking down sad, and that's where we see what we see Santa crash landing.
Yep. In Central Park.
Where did he crash land at? Central Park.
Yeah, the
And
coffee
then,
shop.
Perk. I learned that from friends. Perk.
It goes full circle.
So
And
the
then
perk.
Younger John Favreau is there, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
So yeah, so Buddy leaves. He's so sad, and then I thought he was gonna go to Jovi, but he didn't. He's just walking, and then sees Santa. And then then Michael goes to his dad job. He's like, Dad. He's like, what happened, Michael? What are you doing here? He's like, Buddy has gone away. He ran away because he left us a note at home. And then he's like, oh no. And he's like, this could wait. Like, we'll just do this after the meeting. He's like, you're so mean. Buddy always thinks about everybody. You only think about yourself.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know what? You're right. And then his boss is like, no, you better give me the pitch. The pitch right now. If not, you're fired. What kind of boss does that in real life? Like, you have a missing family member. You're gonna like, okay, no. You have to finish doing your job before you could go find them.
Surprisingly, probably more than you would think.
Yeah, dude, it's
I know.
business.
So of course he says, you know what? He's like, you kids, shut up. Oh no, wisdom, be quiet, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he goes,
Yeah.
Walter's, you can't tell that to my son. Then he goes, up yours. And he goes, what? And they walk out looking for Buddy. Depart, Rangers.
Park Rangers.
Like, oh no, we had to hurry up. They're coming. It's like Michael Myers, dude. Hurry up, they're coming.
Oh, the way they filmed them, like, that was
He's
scary.
coming. He's
Yeah.
coming. The tight shot on the nostril flare from the horses, and then the shiny badges, you know. Park Rangers. So yeah, so eventually, he starts reading off the names, and the park rangers are getting close to Santa and them. And Buddy is like, yeah, and then of course, Jovi goes in there, starts singing, and everybody starts singing, and the power goes up. Like, it's working.
It's working.
And yeah, and then everybody just feels happy, sees Santa, and you see the Santa Claus sleigh. Everybody's like, oh my God, what was that? And then I guess the moral of the story is, you gotta believe in something
To achieve.
to achieve your greatness goals.
You sit on a throne of lies!
Oh yeah, we forgot the whole battle. We skipped through all that. Yeah, guys, just carve a little time, watch this, sit down with your loved ones. You know, you'll have a grand time. We recommend this. You know, and of course it goes fast forward. They're in their house. Jovi and Buddy are together. Family's cool. You know, they have a baby. They go back to the North Pole. And then that's funny when Papa El's like, come over here, son, give me the baby. And he sits right on his leg with everybody. And yeah, that's how it ends. You know, the new generation of elves. So what are your final thoughts on this wonderful movie?
Yeah, it's wonderful. Christmas movie. I put it, if I were to rank Christmas movies, my top, I'd put it in like the top 10. Yes. Yeah, I really enjoy it, but yeah, top 10. I think you could probably do a whole episode of ranking our top movies. I don't want to go into that, but yeah.
We could do a quick top 5 if you want.
For some reason, if I were to like think right off the bat, my holiday movie, probably be Home Alone. Yeah, that's just where my mind goes. I think Christmas.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do those lists. just right off the top of your head, 'cause that's genuine, you know.
Mine would be the Polar Express, Night Before Christmas, Home Alone, Elf, and Jingles All the Way. No, that's it. With Arnold and Sinbad.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way. Those are my go-tos, you know. I don't need a what's it, Action Man? What's it called? It's an Action Man, I think.
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Man.
I don't need a Turbo Man. I got my dad.
Although
That
I
was
will
the-
say, I did see It's a Wonderful Life for like the first time. I think
I keep hearing about
maybe
that.
like a year ago, because that's the de facto Christmas movie. It's the big one. And,
A Wonderful Life.
Yeah, it still holds up. It's pretty good. You know.
Is there CGI in it?
No.
I don't want to see it. I'll play.
Oh, the movie came out 1946, but it's
Sheesh.
no, it's a pretty dark movie. But in the end, it has a
Why
it's
was this black and
it's a
white?
good. Well, yeah, that.
Yes.
I mean, it deals with suicide, deals with
I thought it was in
depression.
yeah, I was
deals
gonna say doesn't it deal with the first
Yeah.
recession type of thing?
Yeah, it shows a guy being beaten down in life, even though he's like, he does everything right,
Wow.
and he just like can't catch a break, and then
That's Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah, but then when you realize when then he gets visited by the angel, and yeah, sees that life is better, or appreciate stuff.
Finally.
Fine. But I mean, also top Christmas movies. All the various Christmas carols are up there. Oh, I like the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Ah, dude.
That's a classic.
If you're gonna keep going like that, then might as well add the Peanuts and
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
when you think, Christmas.
Okay. Bad Santa, Nightmare Before Christmas, Elf, Die Hard, Jingle All the Way.
woo!
Woo.
We should do a little ranking thing later. So, hey guys, that was our discussion / review of Elf.
Yeah.
We all get
Exciting things ahead for the month of December.
it was
There's
just
a lot going on. A lot of curveballs coming your way.
come your way.
I don't even know.
That's
Excitement.
not
We're
balls.
gonna do some crazy stuff. We're gonna throw snowballs and build snowmen and snow angels. And, those are snow related stuff.
We're gonna be throwing a lot of stuff to your face.
I don't even know what's coming next.
This is and has been The Watchers for Cousin Neil,
Yo.
the hit himself. I am the zombie. Thank you for watching. Much love. Peace.